So the president's portfolio at Contra the Heard investment newsletter has returned an astounding 18.1% annualized over the last 20 years. Benj, could you walk us through the approach and why you think it's been so successful?
Well, the approach is contrarian, but it's also very value-oriented. So it's a combination of the two. We're looking at companies that have been well established. The only companies that I buy into have been around for at least 10 years, so nothing new and exciting. They're companies that have been beaten down. I especially like it when the whole sector has been beaten down. So the question is, will they return to form? And that, of course, is absolutely critical. So I'm looking at companies that I feel have the ability normally to go up by at least 100%, often as 200, 300, 400%, but it has always been at those levels in the past. So say, for example, if I buy something for $2, there's a good chance it's traded at $8 and above for 7 of the past 10 years, or it's had a cycle where, say, 3 times it's done that. So that's critical. Also look very carefully at corporations' ratios, financial ratios. I try to avoid companies that have a lot of debt, and I've learned over the years that debt kills. So having been investing now for about 45 years, which I find rather scary, because that means I'm at least 55 years old, older. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from what I've done right. I've probably learned more from what I've done wrong. We're also concerned about management's abilities to achieve certain goals. So we look at what they've said in the past and if it's come true. Many of the stocks we buy often get taken over. Almost always when they get taken over, it's at quite a premium, so that's very helpful. And we're patient. Today, it's harder to be patient than at any time in the past because we have so much information coming to us, whether it be from cell phones, computers, other ways, talk. There's so much noise, and it's very, very important to avoid the noise out there, and we do the best we can to do that.
Makes sense. Well, thank you for that overview. I guess my other question is, why do you think the approach has worked so well?
Well, I mean, we're very, very much into things like financial ratios, which is key. But I think from the beginning, we're looking at stocks that have traded at much higher levels. If the markets themselves have been killed, often it's not stock specific. It's the overall markets, and we can benefit. If a sector has been killed and we think it's just out of favor for a while, we can then benefit when it recovers. So looking at that and being patient and having a tremendous amount of experience, and it's not just me, it's Ben Stadelman, Phil McKellar, Mark Taylor. So I'm getting input from some pretty intelligent guys. That helps. So I like to know that they're positive on the stocks I'm buying too. But certainly having the experience, having done it a long time, makes a huge difference.
And do you expect that the approach and the team at Contra will be able to deliver similar success in the years to come?
Well, past returns, as you know, are not indicative of future returns. That's the thing they put on the bottom of many, many documents. So because we've been doing it for so long, Contra's in its 26th year, I think there's the potential, but there's no guarantee. Also, if markets get hammered, which might happen in the next couple of years, maybe much sooner, our portfolio will also get hit. Perhaps not as bad, but it will. So if the stock market right now is half of what it is, I would say we have a better chance to do better going forward. But right now, I have the lowest number of stocks in the portfolio in probably 20 years. There's still quite a bit of money in the portfolio, but I've done a lot of selling this year and taken money off the table. And part of that is being, I think, prudent. Doesn't mean that the markets won't continue to go up, and I won't be saying, oh, I blew it. But it makes sense to me at this point in time, having a lot of money to play with in the future.
Okay, well, great. Thank you, Benj. Thank you for that overview. I'm sure our viewers appreciate it.
Pleasure to be here.